This is News Today with WDW News Today. I'm Tom Corliss of WDWNT.com. Please like this video, subscribe, and hit the notifications bell to make sure you never miss the latest from the Disney theme parks all around the world. Coming up today, the news for October 17th, 2025. But first, we got to tell you about today's sponsor. You've probably seen us talking about the wait time displays over the last few weeks. I'm sure you have if you watched the show. The ones that bring the resort experience into your home with real-time ride wait times, your own resort channel, fireworks shows, and more. Well, the folks over at waitsigns.com have just released their brand new product for the holiday season, and we're thrilled to be announcing it right here on our channels. Introducing Wait Time TV. There we have a look at this setup today. I was not prepped for this, so this is all new to me, and I'm really excited about it. I think it's actually really cool. The first thing I'm excited about is their packaging. I don't even know if I can get this on camera, but it looks like a package that's been shipped internationally to you. I love that. But the actual device is here. Here it is. And now you can take everything you already love about the desktop display and bring it to your big screen, literally turning your TV into a resort TV. Simply connect the Wait Times TV media player, that would be this, to your TV with the included HDMI cable. So think of it as Apple TV or a Roku device, any of those kind of things. And you can watch your big screen instantly turn into your very own resort TV experience. So there you see, I'm apparently checking in on Christmas, which I don't know if that's in the budget. It's expensive for a Disney hotel one. But I don't have to have this experience at a Disney hotel when I have this, right? Anyway, imagine your TV welcoming you home with a personalized greeting, just like checking into your resort for the first time. You enjoy your own resort channel displaying actual park hours. You check real-time wait times in all 6 parks, view a custom vacation countdown, fireworks show, and even watch a live terrace view of the Orlando skyline, complete with those Magic Kingdom and EPCOT fireworks. I have a remote here somewhere. Here we go. So we can, where am I pointing it at? Oh no, I'm sorry everyone. I'm just blind. The things are highlighted and my eyesight is bad. There it is. So yeah, if we click Orlando, of course as always, look at this. Magic Kingdom park hours. I can see all the days I can't go ride the new Tron overlay because of the parties. So it's super helpful. But either way, yeah, there are your park hours. Of course, it does all that other great stuff we just talked about. And the best part is the Wait Time TV is fully optimized for high-resolution viewing. You just saw it. It was crystal clear. Including the brand new VIP package where you can go beyond the terrace skyline with close-ups of the Magic Kingdom fireworks live streamed in your home every single night in HD. Next, the magical multi-view experience just got even bigger. You can now watch up to 4 theme park live streamers at the same time on one screen. You can hop on a ride in one park while watching fireworks in another. And, you know, just like watching Red Zone for NFL, but with just theme park live streamers. Anyway, and then, of course, there's the live piano bar request show where performers you already know and love from the parks, including our very own Piano Rob, will be hosting live request shows in real time, looking and sounding incredible on your home system. I could go over to the VIP section. They're not on right now, but see, there's the piano bar, the fireworks, the magical multi-view for multiple live streamers. Let's click door 3. I could just drive down the road, but, you know, also just do this, right? Very lazy. There you go, look at that. 3 people are on right now. Go watch 3 different live streams. 2, they're all near Magic Kingdom, so I wonder if at some point, do they all converge? I don't know. But either way, this is available right now from Wait Signs. Guys, I'm doing a show here, guys. Come on. Well, there you have it. And of course, use code NEWS15 to save 15% off your entire order with waitsigns.com. This is a really cool thing. I've loved the little device, but I always thought, like, what? Wouldn't it be cool if just your TV was the resort TV? Well, obviously they thought of it. So waitsigns.com, and thank you to them for being our sponsor today. Real quick, I want to mention, well, this isn't a sponsor, we own it. It's Carousel of Products. Let's go to this camera for now. We have a brand new item from Carousel of Products. We are continuing to celebrate the countdown to extinction for dinosaur at Disney's Animal Kingdom. We have a brand new pin set. Here it is. This is a limited edition of only 250. We've only done 250 sets. This is the first time we've ever done a pin set and a limited edition pin set at that. So Charlie to this beautiful backer card, which has lots of references to the attraction. If you want to make ketchup, mustard, and mayo at home, go for it. And then these pins, and what's cool about these pins, we've done some pins before. Now, this is a very cute Aladar pin, one additional passenger extra large, quoting the ride here in the middle. But then, what we've never done is done pins with moving elements. So on the Carnotaur, I can spin the meteor. It spins all around. It's very cool. But my personal favorite is the Aliramis. This guy, as if he's, just like in the ride, fighting to get out. Or being, maybe it's just because he's being chewed. I don't know what's happening there, but either way, the pin mimics that perfectly. So for $50, you grab this pin set right now. Only 250 of them available. CarouselOfProducts.com. And if you are a WIGS member, you do get your discount. We never exclude your discount on any item, whether it's limited or not. Your discount always works if you're a WIGS member. So CarouselProducts.com. Of course, also go over there to get your giant inflatable Gertie, your brand new dinosaur and Peg Leg Pete t-shirts, and much, much more. CarouselProducts.com. And as well, the Magnet of the Month Club, still rolling on this month with Peter Gabriel from Food Rocks, the Magnet of the Month this month. But let's get to the news, shall we? Tom from the future here. We'll actually start off today's news with some breaking news that happened after we got the show in the can. Disney has announced that Remy's Ratatouille adventure will close for refurbishment next month, and the attraction will be converted to 2D at EPCOT. The attraction will be closed for refurbishment from November 10th through the 13th. Will return with enhanced digital visuals and clearer imagery projected in 2D. The Disney World website also states that Remy's fans will spot new props and lighting enhancements when they are added to the queue and attraction over the next few months. The Disneyland Paris version of the ride is also receiving the same upgrades, including an enhanced queue with a new scene, as well as new props and enhanced projections on the ride itself. Modernizing the ride's technical equipment, including the change from 3D to 2D, is also on their list of improvements. This is fantastic. I was so excited when this got announced for Paris, and I think I said, I hope this happens in Florida as well. And I'm glad it seems there is an understanding that this ride is somewhat underwhelming. It's not my favorite. I know there's people that like this ride, and I think it has its, compared to Runaway Railway, I think it has its merits. I just think there's some things that could be tweaked and fixed, and there are some larger changes I would like to see someday. But I appreciate that Disney seems to understand that there are some show quality changes they can make now and should for guest enjoyment. Again, this is very similar to what we talked about with Frozen a couple shows ago, where Frozen's redoing the animatronic. They're redoing the animatronics on Frozen at EPCOT, and that really isn't a money-making decision. That's really just improving guest enjoyment and understanding that the happier guests are, the more they will spend, and the more likely they are to return. And that's what these Remy changes feel like as well. So kudos to Disney on this. I'm excited to see what all this actually looks like, how it materializes, how big of a difference is actually noticeable, what the new props are. This is a pretty exciting piece of news, and I am intrigued and excited to see what happens. The Walt Disney Company states that a labor strike by EPCOT employees would violate the contract between the company and the union that covers food service employees. Employees who work at Tutto Italia, Via Napoli, and Tutto Gusto in EPCOT's Italy Pavilion are represented by the Unite Here Local 737. The union representing the 70-plus restaurant workers or cast members have been in talks with Patina Group, a Disney contractor, for a new union contract since earlier this year. Their previous contract expires on September 30th of 2025. However, negotiations remained unsuccessful, and the union announced in August that workers would vote on whether to call a strike if their demands for higher pay and better benefits were denied. This would have been the first ever strike by food service workers on Walt Disney World property. Unionized employees are asking for an $8 an hour raise over the course of 3 years. They currently earn anywhere from $18.50 to $26.48 per hour, which they say is not enough to live comfortably in the Orlando area. They're also fighting for a pension plan, 20% automatic gratuity added onto the guest checks, and affordable health insurance. Disney recently brought in an arbitrator to argue that a strike by any employee on Disney World property would violate their contract with Unite Here Local 737 and 5 other unions. According to the arbitrator, this would hold true even if the employees are not directly employed by Disney. Essentially, the arbitrator ruled that Patina Group employees cannot strike. So in the time we've been talking about this, I said it would be wild to see a strike on Disney property, but it turns out, same as with cast members employed by Disney directly, that's actually not allowed by the unions or any of their work agreements. So that's not going to happen. Now, that doesn't mean they'll be unsuccessful. If you may remember a couple years ago when we walked the picket line with cast members, it wasn't really a picket line. There was a demonstration, something that legally didn't fall under strike was held. And eventually the cast members did get a lot of what they were asking for. So I'm certainly hoping that will happen in the case of Patina. Now, there are some things that, look, they're not going to happen. You're not getting the 20% automatic gratuity on the check because that would have to be a property-wide thing. You are in a Walt Disney World theme park. It's got to be standard across the board. It's not going to happen. Besides that, usually, typically in America, 18% is the standard bottom rate if you're going to include gratuity. So I can't see 20% happening either way. 18%, I'd be shocked if they're allowed to do that because that is not a thing unless you're a party of 6 or more across Disney restaurants inside theme parks property-wide. But obviously a lot of those other things can certainly be argued. So obviously the date has passed already, and so they haven't gone on strike yet, and they can't go on strike. So we'll see when an agreement of some kind is reached. I don't know how much time they have to reach said agreement, but I assume not a whole lot. Georgia residents can enjoy savings at select Walt Disney World Resort hotels this holiday season. With this offer, Georgia residents can stay at Walt Disney World starting at $129 per night plus tax. The full list of discounted rates is as follows: $129 per night plus tax for standard rooms at Disney's All-Star Sports, $189 per night plus tax for preferred rooms at Disney's Port Orleans Resort Riverside, $299 per night plus tax for the Lion King family suites at Disney's Art of Animation, $319 per night plus tax for deluxe studios at Disney's Saratoga Springs Resort and Spa, $429 per night plus tax for Savannah View rooms at Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge, $449 per night plus tax for Resort View rooms at Disney's Boardwalk, and Disney said other savings may be available. This offer is valid for stays most nights November 16th through November 29th and from December 12th through December 25th. When booking this offer, the credit card or payment method must be associated with a Georgia billing address. Proof of Georgia residency may be required at check-in too, or the non-discounted room price will be charged. Additional per adult charges may apply if there are more than 2 adults per room. It cannot be combined with any other discount or promotion. We now have a second preview of the merchandise that'll be available at Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party this year. Disney also already showed us what the Spirit jersey and the ear headband look like for the party this year, but now we have our first look at the Loungefly bag, the coffee mug, the ornament, and the magnet picture frame. Between sips of cocoa and bites of holiday cookies, parade down Main Street, USA with the Mickey's Very Merry Loungefly bag featuring Mickey, Minnie, Chip, and Dale in their holly jolly best. Cozy up with the exclusive party mug dipped in dreamy red, cream, and gold, perfect for sipping memories long after the Christmas season melts away. If you're an ornament collector or you just love shiny things, the Mickey's Very Merry ornament is your tree's new best friend. And don't forget to frame those magical moments. The themed magnet frame lets you stick your joy right on the fridge. Of course, Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party kicks off in November on select dates through December. The Jingle Cruise returns in 2025 for the holiday season, and the return date has been set for when guests can enjoy this attraction overlay. The Jingle Cruise will return to Magic Kingdom on November 3rd, 2025. That's just a few days ahead of the first Christmas party, in fact. Jingle Cruise is a popular attraction overlay for the Jungle Cruise at the Magic Kingdom that happens every Christmas season. It used to also be at Disneyland, but they budget cut it, and somehow at the place where budget cuts come true, Walt Disney World, this has survived, and we're very thankful it has. But you could venture through the exotic jungles, but with a festive twist as the Jungle Cruise skippers have decorated their outposts for the holidays. Can't wait to see the Jingle Cruise, a holiday highlight every year. This program is brought to you by our official travel agent sponsor, Be Our Guest Vacations. Your dream vacation begins with Be Our Guest and their concierge team of expert vacation planners. Head on over to www.nt.travel and their team will design your next magical vacation, from the Walt Disney World and Disneyland Resorts to Disney Cruise Line to Adventures by Disney and more. And the best part is their concierge services are 100% free. That's right. So book today. Demolition of the Rivers of America is quickly progressing, and recent aerial photos showed just how much work has been done. Of course, the river closed down in July of 2025 and is the future home of Piston Peak National Park, a Cars-themed area that will be added to Frontierland. The photo here shows where the land will be placed in relation to Frontierland and Liberty Square. Work has been progressing quickly as of late, including the bridge that once crossed the waterway from the main part of Tom Sawyer Island to Fort Langhorn Island being demolished, as well as Harper's Mill, two very iconic pieces of the island. This provides a unique vantage point, though, as construction walls have completely surrounded the area. In the upper left corner of the photo you're looking at here is Liberty Square, including the dock for the Liberty Bell. Towards the right is Big Thunder Mountain, which is currently closed for its lengthy refurbishment. The river was drained several weeks ago, as well as other prep work that must occur before major construction tasks will begin. But now Fort Langhorn is demolished, as indicated by the yellow arrow you're seeing here. For context of where Fort Langhorn was located, the top of the photo is Liberty Square. Big Thunder Mountain is directly across the former site of Fort Langhorn. Piles of debris have been left behind to be cleaned up afterwards. Also, another Tom Sawyer Island building has been demolished, and crews are removing rubble in the Magic Kingdom construction site. Earlier this week, Aunt Polly's was demolished as well. There's now a digger parked in the drained river, moving debris from the island over to the former Liberty Square riverboat dock. But from Columbia Harbor House, we could see the empty concrete base that used to house Aunt Polly's. Debris is piled in front of the foundation. Further along the island's coast, we can no longer see Harper's Mill. Again, that's gone too. Potter's Mill is still standing, at least as of right now. It could be gone as I'm speaking right now. We haven't looked yet today. But nonetheless, the demolition in full swing for that Cars area coming to Frontierland at the Magic Kingdom. Thank you to BioReconstruct, our good friend, for providing those aerial photos, as in this story and several others coming up today. Astro Orbiter was closed for refurbishment several months in 2025, but the ride is now suffering from a major malfunction. The ride closed back in January and was dismantled and completely rebuilt. The ride reopened in June, and other than some minor repainting, the ride was mostly the same. However, the center column of the attraction is not operating correctly anymore. According to sources, this is due to one piece being installed incorrectly during the refurb, and the center column is not moving at all. This is causing the ride to only elevate to half of its normal height. Essentially, when guests control the ride vehicle, it does not go all the way up. We confirmed this information with cast members at the Astro Orbiter, that it would need to be taken apart to fix the issue, but we're unsure of if or how that will take place. Most guests probably won't even notice this, but if you've ever been on the ride before, obviously it makes the ride kind of half as fun. The rationale is that some flying is better than no flying at all, and a ride in operation is better than one not operating for capacity's sake. But this is pretty bad. How did it get this far and they're just like, just leave it? If that's the truth, that is nuts. That they got halfway through rebuilding and just were like, oh, it doesn't go all the way up. They're just like, oh. How does no one check that? How does that happen? That's crazy, but I understand busy holiday season is approaching. I can't imagine this is going to be fixed anytime. If it is the case, they have to take the whole thing down, which we don't know for sure. It's what cast members have heard. May not be true. If that is the case, then this is going to be like an Everest Yeti thing, where this is much cheaper to fix and will be probably next year if that's the case. But it's crazy that they're just like, well, it's gonna operate how it operates, and it's bad show. Definitely bad show. In honor of the Beak and Barrel, Arribas Brothers has crafted a new Pirates of the Caribbean glassware set, now available at the Magic Kingdom for $125. The set includes 2 glasses which feature frosted images of a pirate ship and a pirate's skull. They come with a 4-piece stand, all packed up in a Pirates of the Caribbean branded treasure chest. I need this desperately. The set is available at the La Princesa de Cristal cart near Pirates of the Caribbean and the Beak and Barrel. Coral Reef Restaurant has a new menu board located outside the building, which is designed to celebrate the 1980s Epcot Center aesthetic. Coral Reef is a seafood restaurant located in Epcot's World Nature. Still hurts to say that, not Future World. Guests can view a living coral reef and the 2,000 plus sea creatures who call it home while they dine. But the new menu board is debuted outside of the restaurant, if I can speak. It's designed, again, to match that paint scheme outside. For those that don't know, Tim Delaney, a good friend of the show, former Disney Imagineer, designed it. There is a gorgeous mural that wrapped around the entrance of the Living Seas Pavilion. It's now covered in metal Nemo characters, which is, you know. But that mural and that color scheme sort of continued on the painted walls down to Coral Reef. Coral Reef, thankfully, even through all the changes at the Seas Pavilion over the years, has maintained that. And so in this recent refresh with new signage and such they've added, they've really embraced that old color scheme and the old look, and they've kept it alive. And I love that. It's timeless. It's absolutely timeless, this color scheme. All of the logo. And that logo, I think, is the 90s version, but nonetheless, it still works really well. I think it looks great. Let me know in the comments how you feel. Construction and demolition is already in full swing at the Animation Courtyard in Disney's Hollywood Studios. Of course, just a couple weeks ago, Star Wars Launch Bay closed. It's been a couple months now that the Disney Junior Play and Dance show has been closed. That's going to be replaced with a new show. And of course, Star Wars Launch Bay is going to be replaced with a new version of the magic of Disney animation. But with all that going on, of course, we know that they're going to be demolishing the legendary arch that has marked the entrance into that area since the park opened in 1989. And the first step to tearing down the arch has, well, I guess the first step was the walls going up, but the next major step has taken place. The sign is gone. That's right. The Disney's Hollywood Studios sign has been ripped down. Now, usually I'd be happy about this because it's the version of the sign that debuted in 2019 with the ugly, ugly, ugly version of the park logo. But, sorry, editorializing, I guess. But that's down, which means next step is very likely tearing down the arch itself. So we may just be days or a day away from that happening at this point. Elsewhere in the courtyard, all the awnings and their frames have been removed from the theater that previously housed Disney Junior Play and Dance. There are paintless strips on the walls where the awnings used to be attached. Disney Junior billboards remain visible, though. A construction vehicle was parked in the courtyard outside the theater. And behind construction walls, we could see the Mickey-shaped entrance to the theater's outdoor queue. Disney Junior Play and Dance, again, was replaced by Get Animated for the summer, and now will be replaced by a new Disney Junior show that'll open when this project is completed. At the back of the courtyard, only a rectangular frame remains where the Star Wars Launch Bay sign used to be. The themed facade behind the signs is still in place, although there are some messy marks and a piece of scrim is covering something. Star Wars Launch Bay, again, will be replaced by a new version of the magic of Disney animation. Crews have removed the construction walls and scrims from the Toy Story Mania exit queue at Disney's Hollywood Studios. For the first time in over 3 years, guests can see the giant Dino Glide airplane prop, plus 2 Green Army men, dice, and toy blocks in a clearing near the exit queue. A wall of the Cowboy Cookin' set is now the backdrop of the scene. Construction began in this area in early 2022. That is a new building that went up. We believe it's some food service facility, something that assists Woody's Lunchbox, and maybe will be assisting something new, which will come later, but it's all still just a rumor at this point. But work began with the creation of the ride's new exit gift shop, Jesse's Trading Post, which opened in July of that year. By early 2023, though, a concrete structure was rising behind the scrim that would eventually become that Cowboy Cookin' set building. The construction work was also due to the expansion and shading of Woody's Lunchbox seating. That project seemed to pause and resume for years before the new seating finally opened this year. The Cowboy Cookin' set building is not open to guests again. It seems to just be a disguised backstage building, some facilities they need for the dining in this area. The Dino Glide airplane prop was removed in February of 2022, but in March of 2024, we could see that it was back, blocked by scrims, but now you can actually see it again. Meanwhile, crews have removed the Toy Story Land sign closest to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, and a new snack stand will be constructed. So I guess that was confirmed while I was away in Europe. That is happening. I believe I said right before I left for that trip, I said something's going on. I wouldn't be surprised if they're adding a dining venue or something. So I can't say I'm shocked. I think it's great. If even it's just the lunchbox tarts, if you just want those and they're just served hot out of the cart, and you don't have to wait for Woody's Lunchbox for a mobile order in a line, it's probably a huge improvement. Unplanned Downtime, our newest social media page over on Instagram focusing on sketch comedy, is doing a giveaway once they hit 1,000 followers. Be a part of it. You just need to follow them and like the post on the Unplanned Downtime Instagram page and be among those first 1,000 followers. Names will be drawn randomly. We are giving away a Tron Ares Funko Pop set with a light cycle, and as well, we're giving away some Unplanned Downtime commemorative goodies as well. So please go give them a follow. We're doing some really fun stuff over there. You could also find some of their content will be posted directly to the WDWNT TikTok account as well. Zootopia Better Zoogether opens next month at Disney's Animal Kingdom, and Disney has now added Lightning Lane service for the show. The 9-minute show will debut on November 7th. Guests purchasing the Lightning Lane multi-pass will be able to select Zootopia Better Zoogether as one of their experiences. Disney has officially added it to the list of attractions available for Lightning Lane multi-pass at the park. Guests who purchase multi-pass ahead of time can choose 3 experiences, and guests who purchase the service the day of can book their experiences one at a time. Walt Disney World also shared the official poster for Better Zoogether. The poster confirms some of the characters appearing in the show. This is the second poster we've seen. The first mostly featured the characters as silhouettes. This one more concretely confirms who will be in the show and what they will wear. It's also in the movie style. It's not in a unique art style like the other poster was. This poster features Nick and Judy on stage in front of the Tree of Life. The pair wear their main Zootopia 2 outfits and orange Carrot Vision 3D glasses. In the tree are characters Officer Clawhauser, Heidi Howler, Mr. Big and Frou Frou, a polar bear, and Flash Slothmore. Gazelle is in a new magenta outfit hanging from the tree in a large G. Most of these characters were previously in the concept art that was released. We knew they were going to be there, but again, just a few weeks away from the opening of Better Zoogether. As work continues on widening and rerouting of Floridian Way, a new traffic circle is now visible from the air. In this series of images from @BioReconstruct on X, the new traffic circle is clearly defined amongst the road construction and staging areas. This area is located just west of the existing Grand Floridian parking lot. Here you can see the new road and bridge that leads to the traffic circle, with the Magnolia Golf Course to the right. This is the full view of where the new section of Floridian Way is being rerouted and widened as it passes by the golf course, as well as the Grand Floridian, the Wedding Pavilion, and the Polynesian. Nearby, refurbishment work continues inside Disney's Grand Floridian Resort as well. The lobby is still in the process of being reimagined with new furniture, carpet, and lighting fixtures. As well, of course, a new roadway entrance for the Polynesian as well. It's just a crazy time over on that side of the Seven Seas Lagoon. Meanwhile, over on the other side and on Bay Lake, the Meadow swimming pool area at Disney's Fort Wilderness Resort and Campground is being expanded, and we have some new aerial photos showing the latest progress. According to our reporting in June, the resort will get a new zero-entry pool and deck area alongside the existing pool, effectively doubling the space. The expansion will also include a tennis court and 2 pickleball courts. As you can see in the imagery here, the pool has already been dug out. They've made a lot of progress. And again, thank you to BioReconstruct for these photos. This program is brought to you by Unlocked Magic. You can get your Walt Disney World and Universal Orlando tickets for the lowest price out there. Join the hundreds of 5-star reviews and thousands of families that they've been able to help save with over $10 million in ticket sales alone. Find them at unlockedmagic.com/WDWNT to help you save money on your next trip to the Orlando theme parks. The second of 4 Trader Sam's Enchanted Tiki Bar coasters that will connect to form a map has arrived at Disneyland Hotel. Trader Josh and Trader Dave at Enchanted Tiki Bar on Instagram shared a photo of the new coaster. The artwork depicts the Nile River, the Zambezi River, and the African Veldt. The hippopotam Mai Tai Tiki mug is pictured at the Hippo Pool. The other side of the coaster has the Trader Sam's logo. The first coaster featured the Piranha Pool drink glass with locations like Schweitzer Falls, the Amazon River, the Congo River, and Tropical Hideaway. About 2 months passed between the release of the first and the release of the second, so maybe a similar timeline as these continue to roll out. All these coasters are limited in quantity, so hurry up and get them. The Walt Disney Studios sign has been removed from the entrance of Walt Disney Studios Park in Disneyland Paris. The 3D letters of Walt Disney Studios are gone from the archway at the center of the park's gates. The shapes of the letters and holes where they were supported are still visible. Here's a look at what the sign looked like before it was ripped off. I got to see this a couple days ago. Got to say goodbye. I knew it was coming, so I looked at it, took my goodbye photos, and waved farewell. Of course, the park will be renamed Disney Adventure World when World of Frozen opens in the spring of 2026. The land is part of Adventure Bay, which also includes the Tangled Spinning Ride, Rapunzel Tangled Spin, and Upswing Ride, the Regal View Restaurant and Lounge, a quick service restaurant, and Gazebo Garden. There's a lot happening. Also on the back side of the sign that we just showed, the sign that said "That's a Wrap" in English and French, that has also been removed as well. That's gone too. So something I want to mention real quick. I know we just went to Disneyland Paris. We've been invited again. And so on November 24th, we have been invited to a major conference at Walt Disney Studios Paris where they are going to make major announcements regarding Disney Adventure World. And we're also, I believe, getting some sort of hard hat tour of everything that's been done so far that's not open to guests yet. So stay tuned for that. Very excited to see what's going on behind those construction walls, and very happy to be going back to Disneyland Paris just a couple weeks later. I didn't know when I booked the September trip. I had no idea. I didn't know. So now we're going back. Short trip, but we're going back. Disney partners with various hotels to widen the number of accommodations available to guests at Disneyland Paris, and many provide the same perks and quality service at a lower price. But recently, a new hotel has been added to that list at DLP. Kai Space Hotel and Spa is a 4-star hotel that has been added to the list of hotels Disney collaborates with to offer a broader range of accommodations. It's located in Val d'Europe, International Business Park, which is just east of Paris, France. It offers a fully equipped kitchen in each room, as well as free shuttle to Disneyland Paris and a heated indoor pool and spa. Kai Space Hotel and Spa joins the list of partner hotels, which includes Hotel Elysee in Val d'Europe, the Stay City Apart Hotels Paris in Marne-la-Vallée, and the Apart Hotel Adiago Val d'Europe. When guests book a partner hotel and tickets package, they receive many of the same benefits, including unlimited access to Disney parks, Disney service, and free parking at the hotel and park, same as those who stay at Disney hotels at Disneyland Paris. Disney Cruise Line has officially taken ownership of the Disney Destiny ship during a delivery ceremony. The Destiny was constructed by Meyer Werft at their Papenburg, Germany shipyard. After its first float out in August, it departed the shipyard for sea trials in the North Sea last month. A delivery ceremony was held in Eemshaven in the Netherlands. I'm sure I'm mispronouncing that, and Bram, who's watching, I'm sure will let me know how I mispronounced it. Transferring ownership from Meyer Werft to Disney Cruise Line. Just wait till you watch the Efteling vlogs. I'll mispronounce everything. Disney Signature Experiences President Joe Schott accepted the ship's delivery alongside Sharon Siski, Senior Vice President and General Manager of Disney Cruise Line. As well there was Captain Andy McRonald and, of course, Captain Mickey and Minnie Mouse. Captain McRonald will soon lead the Disney Destiny on its transatlantic journey from Eemshaven to its home port in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. The Heroes and Villains themed ship will set off on its maiden voyage for Port Everglades on November 20th. We, of course, have the media cruise a couple days before that. So as well, it's going to be a busy month next month. It's been a busy year. We're going on the Destiny in just a couple weeks, so stay tuned for that too, folks. No rest for the wicked. That's not how that goes, but that's correct for me. For the absolute latest on these stories and all that didn't make it into today's show, be sure to check WDWNT.com and follow us on all your favorite social media platforms. You could support the entire team behind the show and others by joining the WDWNT Inner Globe Society at patreon.com/WDWNT. Get access to exclusive content, discounted show and event tickets, discounts on this awesome pin set, and more. Special shout out to our WIGS members watching who make this show happen every week. For the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news, this is Tom Corliss saying, enjoy the rest of today. Have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. And now I'm going to go watch a bunch of live streams of the park and not just go to them.